The Trevor Jackson Podcast.
In this era, we don't give artists their flowers enough. To me, in this YouTube era, we talk about the negative things. We let the negative outweigh the positive. I come here to talk about some positive stuff today from some brothers, 8-Ball MJG, them Orange Mound boys. It's like once an artist get older and they start to age, we don't appreciate what they've done in the past no more, the people that they inspired. We only want to hear about the foolishness, the things that led to their downfall, or the things that led to where they at today. But I seen like Ball and G got some streets named after them. Salute to that. Since 1993, when Coming Out Hard came out, they've been an inspiration to artists in Tennessee, and not just Tennessee, but nationally and globally. To me, they're a big inspiration to me. I did a song with them, man. It was one of the first people that I wanted to create with and create records with because they inspired me so much. They inspire others like the Young Dolphs, man. The Yo Gottis, who else they inspired? The 3-6 Mafias. They inspired a lot of artists in Atlanta. They was once signed to Bad Boy, and we wanted to hear what they had to say about Diddy being arrested, but I don't think that came out yet. But I do got a clip of them talking about their time at Bad Boy. We're going to talk about that. But I want to salute them one more time for getting the street, and we're going to play the clip about, you know what I mean, how they felt about getting streets named after them in Memphis, Tennessee. Let's go.
I want to say hey to my mama, Gloria. Let's get it up. Yeah. I ain't got much to say. I grew up out here. Y'all know me. Everybody know me and him. I wish Gangsta Boo was here to see this. And I wish Dolph was here to see this. I know that they both will be here right now. Right. Real talk, real talk. Right. I love y'all, man. Thank you, guys. Okay.
Go check out that Instagram page I got the clip from too, Walking in Memphis. Like, salute to them also. But what are some of y'all favorite Ball and G songs, man? Like, and where do they rank to y'all as a duo? You know, I'm from Tennessee. I got a record with them boys, and I'm going to play a clip because I don't feel as if I got, you know what I'm saying, acknowledged enough for being on that record with them on that Gangsta Grills. But to me, Ball and G, they top three. My opinion, it's close. They top 3 or 4. It's either 3 or 4 because to me, you got Outkast. You got Mobb Deep. You got UGK. You got Ball and G. Who else you got as a duo? I don't even know no other duos that's comparable. Daz and Corrupt, the Dog Pound. It's just Ball and G ranked anywhere that you want to put them in that top 5. To me, the songs like Lay It Down. The songs like Coming Out Hard. The album Lost by 8-Ball, his own, the double disc, his solo effort. MJG solo effort. When they went to Bad Boy and they did that album, it was fire. They've been releasing fire records forever. What's some more, man? The Outside Looking In, On Top of the World album with Friend of Foe on it, with Mac Mall and E40 and those boys. You know what I'm saying? The countless features that they done on Twista's album, Twista being on their album, them being on Mace's first project, Harlem World, which is a classic. They featured on Harlem World. It's a lot of efforts that they done that makes them one of the top duos of all time. And again, salute to them boys. And we're gonna play the clip of why they chose to sign the Bad Boy. Like, to me, that was around the end of their run when they chose to sign the Bad Boy, and they made a couple of hit records. But let's listen to them say what they gotta say.
That situation came along in about 2002 when we wound up being like free agents in the rap game. And we had already worked with Bad Boy and Puff and everything. I was on Mace, well no, both of us was on Mace's first album. I was on 112 album, and Ball had did some work with Carl Thomas. So it was easy working with Diddy. You know, we already had a working relationship. And
yeah, we did some parties. You know, Diddy used to do the weekends in Atlanta and stuff like that, and we used to do a couple of them with him and open some shows and stuff. After we did the Space Age Forever album with Pimp Hard, we wanted to move on and kind of do something bigger, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, everybody expected us to go to, at that time, a Southern label. You know, why y'all didn't go to Master P or Baby Numb or something like that. But we wanted to do something unexpected and different, you know what I'm saying? Like, shock the system, man, you know? And that's how we got there, you know what I'm saying? Just really trying to do something different.
The Trevor Jackson Podcast.
I wonder how it would have turned out for them boys if they would have went to P or Cash Money or one of those labels. Even though I felt as if they could do their own thing independently. They was once signed to Grand Hustle with T.I. It's just that around that time it was cool collaborating with other artists and being signed to other artists and stuff. But, you know, I really preferred if they would have created something on their own and would have brought other Memphis rappers along with them. That's what I would have preferred, even though that album will always go down as like a legendary album, the one they did on Bad Boy. I think Puff, he invested in them and he did his thing to his best capabilities with that record and with that album. He was featured on a lot of the tracks, and Lloyd, you see a nigga like me, gotta get... Boy, that was a hit record. And a couple of You Don't Want Drama, they had some cuts on that album, man. And salute to Ball and G, salute to them getting their street, man. And we're going to talk about some more topics on this episode. I got a couple of more things I want to talk about in the hip-hop realm. But before we get into that, I want to play the song that I did with 8Ball on their Gangsta Grills before they released that album with Bad Boy. I'm the first feature on the song, on the album, man. We Them Boys, this the record. Let's get to it.
Mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It's volume 2, stupid. Legend series. DJ the Funk Drummer. I'm gonna take you niggas to school real quick. Matter of fact, it's about 3 reasons why you do what you do. The first one, the Ghetto Boys. The second one, UGK. And it's one more, 8Ball MJG, motherfuckers.
Trendsetter.
The affiliates.
Trendsetter.
8 Ways Entertainment.
What we finna do is take this shit to another level.
Pay attention.
Step back.
The affiliates nigga pay attention.
Dramatic
The hardest young nigga from the South been here ever since I was a youngin'. I've been about this. The hardest young nigga from the South been here ever since I was a youngin'. I've been about this. The hardest young nigga from the South been here ever since I was a youngin'. I've been about this here. Put all my bread up and make the crack disappear. 26 is on the lack truck, Marvin in my ear. Starving ain't no option, niggas robbing round here. Stop breathing if a nigga don't believe we sincere. Break it down and make sure niggas hear me loud and clear. Fat Boy G and God is all that I fear. Weed and Moet Rose and 2 bad hoes. A couple of pills, now I'm peeling hoes out they clothes. Wrist froze, always burn drove. Sell a brick but ain't a gram going up my nose. Hard from the start, Orange Mound did that. Niggas start shit, Orange Mound got my back. Niggas hanging out the window spraying rounds at your shack. I guess they call us country cause we don't know how to act.
Cause we some down south niggas and we doing it big. Getting money on the block, that's how I live. And we the boys from the dirty who ain't playing no games. And aim and put one in your brain. Cause we some down south niggas and we doing it big. Getting money on the block, that's how I live. And we the boys from the dirty who ain't playing no games. And aim and put one in your brain. And I've been ballin',
riding on chrome, blowing dro, taking shots of Patron to the dome, hustling 24/7 cause I gotta eat, and the streets feeling me cause they know I'm a real G, and I'm rolling with Big Ball, we reppin' Tennessee, and then the dirty niggas stuntin' like they getting it for cheap. That's why I keep my heat, cause niggas ain't with my movement, they against me, they get it slow, I move mine quickly. That's how a real nigga do it, lay back in my lap watching gangster movies, and in my trap I got fiends like Boogie, but I'm Nino of the block, niggas like Uzi, they keep 2 pistols, so you better stop, drop before I pop like Brian Nichols, so judge that, cause nigga this ain't a rap, this street music for my niggas on the grind and they trust.
The Trevor Jackson Podcast.
Salute to Ballin' G one more time, man. Salute to him. Getting the street named after him. Knoxville, we're going to have to do something about getting the street named after me here soon, man. Real talk. But I want to say something, though. Like, that record is on their project, but that's my record at the end of the day. That record belongs to me. Salute to Tim Hill for producing the record. My boy from Murfreesboro, man. T. Reezy turned me on to that brother, man. He's a good brother. He makes good production. Go holla at him, Tim Hill, man. Go search him on Facebook or on Instagram and check out the brother. He makes fire records, and he done made plenty of hits, man. Real talk on the production end, but that's my record. At the end of the day, I just want y'all to know that's copyrighted as a cold-blooded record, but at the time, I felt as if, since they were signed to Bad Boy, doing their thing with Bad Boy, that would have been a good look for me. But at the end of the day, it didn't turn out to be a good look because their manager, Motown, he did the boy dirty. He did me dirty. My name wasn't featured on the mixtape. He ran away with a little bit of money that's petty. He been on plenty of platforms lately, Motown. He been on what's Buddy that's from Atlanta show. It's a podcast in the ATL. I done forgot them boys' name, but he was on that show talking about some things, and you know what I'm saying? He the Beehive TV. Motown is on Beehive TV. He finessed the shit out the boy. And I just want to say that's a foul brother for the things that he's done and the connections that he messed up within that time, because it was a lot of connections that could have been made that could have furthered my career, could have helped his career. And after Ballin' G dissipated, like their big major deal dissipated, I ain't heard nothing about Motown no more. Ballin' G, the connection with me and some things that was supposed to happen fell out over a little funky little $5,000. So, you know, forget that nigga. But we're going to keep forward in the discussion, you know what I'm saying? And I want to talk about something Kendrick Lamar, he made like relevant to the world, that Daylyt wrote that verse for Drake on Back to Back. That's a light pack. That your best record was a light pack. And Daylyt, he had something to say about that. He was on a platform as of recently talking about Kendrick Lamar announced that, did you really write that record for Drake, though? Back to Back, his best diss record. And this is what he had to say.
Like that, Kendrick has this one line where he says, your best work is a light pack. There could be no double entendre, but some people speculate that light could be a double entendre referencing you because you had worked with Drake in the past. Did you take that as a reference to you at all, or did you think that was?
Knowing Kendrick and how he raps, he's very sneaky, so I don't know if he meant it or not. In regards to me working with Drake, I could clear the air right now. No, I did not write Back to Back. I just put that out there.
What did you write though, fool?
Y'all got to talk to my agents and stuff. I did not write Back to Back, and that's for the public. You know, with the public perception. It's like, you know, everybody was hitting me up like, yo, I think they like wrote Back to Back. Like, I didn't write Back to Back. What I can say, and I'll say this publicly, I may be in some inspiration to the concept of the record. In the midst of that beef, after Charged Up dropped, I most definitely was like, hey, bro, you got to drop some shit back to back. Like, you need to run some shit back to back to back to back. And I just kept saying back to back. And then that became, I guess, the idea of the record.
Oh, so there was no necessarily, it wasn't like pen to pad, like these are the bars, but the conversation could have sparked that title and the song.
Before I give Daylyt his flowers, like, I want to really salute Daylyt for some of the things that he's been doing recently. And I want to say before I do get into it is that Daylyt is my favorite battle rapper. Even with all the antics, his bars is impeccable, and he does whatever he has to do to entertain the people. He does what it takes, because bars is just bars ain't gonna get it done no more. Like in the game, people want to be entertained, just hands down. They want some form of entertainment, some form of shenanigans. They just want some foolishness. They want you to do something to entertain them, and they want the bars also. So with that being said, he's my favorite battle rapper. My favorite. I ain't saying he the best, but that's my favorite. Second of all, I want to salute somebody. A Ward, man. He came on our platform, the Jackson Boys. Jack got him on the platform, and he talked about hip hop and battle rap and the direction he's trying to go. I think that right now he is phenomenal. He's doing the best job in battle rap, and he's smoking smoking a boost, and he putting in work like he's never still, like he's steady going, and he's over here, he's over there, he's battling whoever wants some smoke. And salute to A Ward. But back to Daylyt and him saying that he didn't write the record for Drake back to back. You know, it's allegations, and it's a lot of people that says Drake got a team full of writers. You know, the one buddy who wrote Energy and all of those records, I forgot his name too. Meek Mill exposed him writing records and all that. Quentin Miller, that's his name. Quentin Miller, he wrote Energy, he wrote 10 bands, 50 bands, all the leaked tracks or whatever. And then they said that Daylyt wrote back to back, but he just said that he didn't. He might have been the inspiration for it because of what he had to say though. But Daylyt has been doing his thing outside of battle rap as of recently. I want to play the record, but I don't want to mess up the algorithm. I want to play the record with him and J. Cole. You know what I'm saying? I like keeping my shows monetized and stuff, but him and J. Cole got a fire record out right now. And he's also on J. Cole's last project. You know, it get kind of confusing with these beefs and stuff because he's a TDE artist, Daylyt. I think he's TDE. I ain't for sure, though, but him and Kendrick got a relationship. Daylyt got a relationship with Drake, J. Cole, everybody. It's just that I don't know why he doesn't have like a phenomenal project out yet that's on a major label. He probably will soon though, but salute to him for being on J. Cole's previous album, and now he has a feature bringing Cole back out with bars. You know, I like bars. That's just me personally. I like when people put it together, put the words together with the double and the triple entendres and make things mean multiple things within a bar. That's just who I am as a person. But I got one more topic I want to talk about, and then I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for tuning in. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel. You're going to like the discussions. Salute to Memphis. Salute to Ball and G. Salute to Daylyt, J. Cole, all the people that we talked about so far on this episode that has contributed to hip-hop in a positive way. But I want to talk about something that a conversation got brought up on Shannon Sharp's platform with Mark Cuban. You know, hip hop and music just in general is in a different space right now. Like, if I was a billionaire, would the music industry be something that I would want to invest in? If I'm a millionaire, is the music industry something that I would want to invest in? Think about that for a moment, y'all. Like, you have poor people wanting to get into the industry because it's a multi-billion-dollar industry, but are their wants like valid right now? And is it something worthwhile getting into the music industry? Because we see it's a decline in the financial structure of the music industry, unless you're Spotify, Apple Music, your Apple, the place where you can upload your applications to be monetizable. Because no one is making the money that they used to make out of music no more. That's why it's monopolies in music now. You have like to tour, to be able to do shows, you got to get with Live Nation or Rock Nation to be able to do tours and shows, and they want a part of your bag on the back end for them setting it all up. You feel me? But another thing is streaming. People haven't figured streaming out now, and it's getting confusing for certain artists. I heard Method Man say he hasn't made $1 from streaming yet. I heard a ton of artists. LL Cool J said he can't figure it out to make money. That's why he created his recent album, so he can attempt to figure out streaming and not care about sales and all that. He just want to figure it out. So investing in music, like if you had $1 billion, would you want to get the next hot artist, put a couple of million in it, and make you 5 to 10 million off of it? Is that lucrative nowadays to invest into up and coming individuals? Let's hear what Cuban had to say though.
Don't invest in the restaurant. Don't invest in the clothing label. Don't invest in the liquor company. Sorry. Or music, right? That is the death, right? So it's not so much now, right? But in the early 2000s, early 2010s, everybody wanted a music label, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody was either going to be a rapper or they were going to, have a label and sign rappers because that's what was going on. And one athlete's label that's done any good?
No, I don't.
Clothing companies?
No.
It's hard.
It is.
Right. Those businesses are hard because there's no barriers to entry. You want to start a clothing? It's funny because I get people talk to me all the time. So I've got this brand name, right? Let's Get Busy, LGB. And you think you're going to start a clothing line based off of LGB, right? Or, I've got this one song that I'm going to do, right? And it's going to, listen to this. Isn't this the best song It's not that easy. So if I'm just a two-way player, right? If I'm a two-way player, I'm living like a student. Okay. Because you don't know how long it's going to last,
correct,
right?
Okay.
And one of the hard things is, I didn't grow up with money. I didn't have shit. And so, it's hard when you first get money to understand what it is, right? How much do you have and what can you actually do? Because you hear all these stories and you think big, and you know how that goes, right?
But you don't think it's going to happen to you.
Right. And you hear about the stories about people losing it all. So I tell guys all the time, save your money. One broken ankle and it's over. It's over. And if I'm somebody making 40, 50, 60 million, then I'm hiring somebody that knows what they're doing, but it ain't going to be one of my friends.
Okay.
Right? It can't not be your friend because your friend wants to be your friend. My money guy needs to make me money.
Yes.
Right? And it can't be a friend of a friend of a friend. It's got to be somebody who's done it for big time people and knows their shit. Right? Because that's the other place guys get tied up. Well, that's my guy. He's been with me forever. I want to take care of him. He wants to get into finance.
Oh, no. He can still be with me.
You can be your friend, right? Yeah. I'll take you to dinner. I'll buy you. I'll pay you some money.
The Trevor Jackson Podcast.
That was interesting to me because, he was telling you what not to invest in. I remember Carmelo Anthony had a record label and he had Cassidy signed to his label. It's a lot of people that had a lot of money and try to invest in hip hop and all of that. But nowadays it has to come natural. It has to be something that is organic and it has to be easy because I don't see nobody investing in nobody now. And I was telling my partner about one of his family members that's a great artist and he's doing this thing. And I'm like, why he doesn't have a deal in my mind looking at his creativity. But then when I think about hip hop and the place that it's in, the state that it's in, who is investing in artists now if they're not promoting the agenda that I want them to promote? Death, murder, pills, Percocets, drugs, lean, and all of that. It doesn't matter how good your music is. If you ain't promoting the agenda, then we ain't going to invest no money in you and make you popular to the world without promoting our agenda. So he didn't never explain what to invest in, though. You see, billionaire people, they'll tell you what not to invest in, but they'll never tell you what to invest in. They always keep that a secret because they want to keep it to themselves, though. But I think right now, they say that real estate is in a bad place. I think that real estate, learning stocks is a good thing to invest in. Another thing, I think that learning tech, like going getting a trade to learn something in tech, hurry up getting certifications. You know what I'm saying? Don't go to college. Go get as many certifications as you can in tech and finance and real estate and just find you a trade or something that you can do to get some money now. Investing in hip hop, I think it's over. I think it need to be a passion if you want to invest in hip hop, something that you love creating and love doing for your people to enjoy. I don't think that hip hop is a thing that's going to make people multimillionaires no more. I think it's going to make people be in debt. Now, hip hop can give you notoriety, so you can go in different directions with what the things that you want to do. But investing in it, making multiple millions of dollars, I think them days over, dog. Hey, I appreciate y'all tuning in. I appreciate y'all supporting the channel, showing me love at all times, man. Peace, love, plenty, abundance. Make sure you go get you some money, and I'm gone. Chill. Make sure y'all go check out the new records, man. 5 p.m. in Turks and Caicos, man. That's my new project out right now. Let's get to it.
I can't let the time pass me by. I just want to be with you. I can't let the time pass me by. I just want to live my truth. I can't let the time live my truth, nigga. What it do? Came up, got the bricks, now copping by the deuce. Homes and cars, I'm internally scarred. I externally barred, I've been going so hard. $1 million is minimum, the killers I'm sending them. I prevailed from hell, didn't need no Ritalin. My rivals apologize, they know I'm the middleman. The head honcho, get to it pronto.